Yes, as from Greece.
Hello.
As in this video, we wanted to just have a bit of a conversation about what we've talked about in this blog post, which is really about how to make money traveling,
Yep.
Or how you can make money traveling. And what we have discovered over many years of really diving into understanding how we operate, understanding who we are, I guess that sort of more consciousness element, but also the other side of the coin, the more logical side of the brain, focusing on different income streams and business models that enable that. So we really just wanted to kind of talk a little bit about what we're doing, but also kind of what's available for you, because as I've mentioned in this blog post, if you're reading it on this blog, not just watching the video, people who walk before you doing it are very inspiring because it really makes you feel that you can do it too. I use the example of 𝗣𝗲𝗿𝗀𝗀𝗀 when he broke the 4-minute mile. Everyone had said you couldn't do it, but
That's it.
once he did it, everybody else started doing it.
Well, not everyone. I haven't done it, but I trust it's doable. Yeah, I think that's it. If people walk before you, it really does lead the way, and it really just, I think, opens up the possibilities for people to do different things to what they normally do. But I think one of our biggest discoveries, I guess, as far as a business model and income streams, was actually really realizing that we weren't focused actually on the money itself, but our focus became completely on our lifestyle, and part of that is our relationship, which is really important to both of us. So by really focusing on our lifestyle, it actually then started to determine the business model that we would do and the income streams that we would have. Mm-hmm. Because we wanted to not so much have a passive income. And
I don't think that exists, really.
Well, whether it exists or not, it's really interesting, because if you're truly doing what you love to do, why would you not want to keep doing it? You know, a passive income means that you do it once and it just keeps paying you and you don't have to do it anymore. But I love what we do, and I don't want to stop doing it and creating and stuff like that. So for me and for us, it's really about a residual income, so we can keep doing what we're doing. But the thing is, we do it once and then it keeps paying us. So that's really quite a different scenario, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. But, there's also a bit of a starting point. I mean, in creating a product or a business or an income stream as such that allows for that residual income, you still have to do the work. You still have to put in the time and effort. So on our journey, as opposed to when I was actually working from home back in Australia, when I had all these financial stresses of mortgages and utility bills and all of these things weighing me down, I was working on my active income. So active income is literally trading time for money. So providing services or doing things, or like that whole, literally like having a job, except I guess I was freelancing and consulting and coaching. But my active income was so, I guess, constant that I had no time left or no creative space left to dive into building something that would allow for a residual income, mainly because I was really weighed down with all that weight. So the best thing that's happened to us with house sitting is all of that was removed. So while we definitely had to still work on an active income, our choice was to no longer have a job. I mean, I think many years ago I became psychologically unemployable. So to not go back and get a job, even though many people were talking about maybe that's what you should do and all that, our lifestyle was our primary focus, as Nat said. So it was about continuing house sitting and traveling, and we knew that there was a way to be able to create the income. Been around the online space enough to know that you can work online. Even if you get a job, you can work remotely. So the active income, it's about knowing that what's right for you, but having enough time and creative space and an understanding of what a residual income is. So a great example is probably writing a book. It takes a fair bit of time and effort, depends on how quick you are as writing. But if you publish that book or self-publish it on Amazon, then that particular book, you did the work once, and it will keep paying you for many years to come as the sales come through. So that's a residual income, one residual income example. And we've got many that we can share. But to try and keep this video short, I just really wanted to clarify that in most cases, people will combine active income and residual income, particularly when you're first getting started on building your residual income. And so where we're at right now, after about 18 months of
intense work.
Very intense building foundational stuff. Because through that time, of course, we've still had to bring in an income. I mean,
and move countries every month.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, our cost of living has dramatically reduced compared to living in one location. Like, we just can't tell you how much it's reduced. It's ridiculous. But you still need money. You still need to buy groceries. You still need to eat. So we're still been balancing out. And what Natalie Sisson talked about for this topic, which she raised this topic to have a conversation around, was that she was suiting with her active and residual business, you know, what works for her personality type. So that's what we've also really dived into over the last few years as well, and helped a lot of people out with. Yeah,
definitely. Look, you know, there's always these bright, shiny objects, particularly on the online marketing world, where you can make lots of money, definitely. But if you're going in with an agenda of just making money and you don't really care whether you enjoy it or not, I really think that you just completely shortcut yourself. And also, more than likely, and I'm going to throw this out there, it'll probably not work. Because eventually, you know, life is trying to
be sustained, perhaps.
Yeah, well, life's trying to guide you towards what you love, you know, and it's trying to push you in that direction. So, you know, by taking the time to actually figure out what that is, or actually just allowing that to come to you, what that is, you know, we say we've been working for 18 months. A lot of it's actually been working out what do we love for 18 months.
And what fits into the guidelines of how we operate.
Yeah, and what, you know, what sort of, how do we want to earn our income sort of thing. There is so many different ways. You know, you can get completely overwhelmed with bright, shiny objects and too much selection almost in the online world of how you can create income. There's tons of ways. But there are different ways that really suit how you operate, inherently operate. You know, we've all got a blueprint, a DNA blueprint of how we actually like to operate. And when you can actually dive in and find out what that is, and that's what we do on each other and ourselves, and also with a lot of other people in business as well. When you can actually really discover what that is, then, you know, there's different ways of putting out your content, but there's a way that really suits you. And your message that you want to put out, your unique message and way of putting it out. And once you discover that, it flows. Like, it's an amazing how much everything flows, and it's effortless, and it's meant to be effortless. You know, all this stuff is not meant to be hard work. So,
but we create it that way sometimes just to have the experience.
We do, but then you get sick of it, and after a while, and you really go, okay, there's got to be an easier way, and there is an easier way. It is just about discovering who you are at the end of the day. It's all about that.
That's what I think is the absolute key. So, just to round out this particular video, like I said, come back and visit our blog here at House Sitting Well. We've got a section that will be devoted to how to make money travelling, and, you know, really leveraging the creative space that house sitting provides for you to develop some of these projects, whether it be an artistic project, a writing project, an online education project, whatever it may be, which enables your residual income at the end of the day. So
yeah, look, sorry, I'll just jump in there. Look, you have an unbelievable opportunity as a house sitter to create a great income from a creative space. As Jody said, there's so much space when it comes to house sitting. And look, if, you know, earning an income is essential to you, or just, you know, a few extra dollars, a few $100 extra each week, that would make a difference to you, and it does to a lot of people who are retired or just got a little bit of an income coming in from somewhere else. You know, an extra couple $100 can really make a difference, and it's not hard online to do that. So
yeah, I think that old mentality of you know, being hugely successful and millionaires and all that sort of stuff, don't let that kind of mindset hold you back, because at the end of the day, when you're travelling the world, it is a very, very affordable lifestyle.
And you probably find that's not for you anyway, that
stuff. You don't need as much to live on.
You realise you don't need it.
Yeah, so just having a small income coming in, particularly when it's a crossover of active and residual building income, then over time, you know, you set yourself up really nicely. I think there's a big shift happening around the world around this idea that everyone needs to make a lot of money to be happy. It's being let go of time and time again. And our house sitting group is true testament of that. People have given up everything in all different formats and found their true love and their passion for life again. So
they even give up their clothes. I'm wearing my undershirt right now because I have no other clothes now.
So leave your comments below, and we look forward to seeing you in another video and another blog post talking about these topics. And look out for tomorrow's next blog post and video. It's a really important one about being focused on one thing.
Cool.
So,
jeez, better work out what that is.
Lots to let go of.
All right, ciao for now.
Ciao for now.